Vi har ikke startet ennå, må vente på klarsignal fra de. Ja, så jeg får et klarsignal fra de, og da kan jeg gjøre sånn til deg, og så begynner vi. Ja, yes, ja.
Jeg bruker nok ikke fulle 20 minutter, bare sånn... ja. Som redder litt. Jeg kan holde det på 15 minutter. Nei, jeg regner sånn. Ikke det, men... ja, det... Men da vet du da, for da, du skal vel opp og introdusere.
Ja.
Ja.
Jeg tror de vil ha.
Ja. Nei. Jeg har hatt venter her før, jeg vet hvor mange de tar.
Hello, everyone. Hi there. Please. Great to see you all, and a warm welcome here to Oslo, and to Oslo Innovation Week, and also to the EEA Grants event that we are organizing here today. My name is Gaute Hagerup. I am the Director of Department of Investments at Innovation Norway. We call ourselves the James Bond department. We are home to the EEA and Norway Grants inside of Innovation Norway. This is our 5th time organizing an event at Oslo Innovation Week, and I think it's a great occasion to gather people from so many different countries. You get to come to Oslo, and I really hope you also enjoy the full program at Oslo Innovation Week and also attend other events. The sound is coming and going a little bit, is it? Hope you hear me. Through this scheme, the EEA and Norway Grant scheme, we have granted close to 400 million euros in the period from 2014 to 2021. The timing for this event is excellent because now all the money are allocated, and now it's time to build international connections and build your network. and grow your businesses. We have in the audience here today a good mix of startups, established companies, research institutes, associations, authorities, and chambers of trades. If I'm not mistaken, we have representatives or people from 9 different countries here at this event. And let's have a little, market, check. Who's who in the room and where are you from? Let's see, who's from Croatia? Yay, that's good. Who's from Latvia? Good, welcome. Who are from Estonia? Yay. And Romania? Great, oh, the bunch behind there, great. Slovakia? Wow. I think it's like bigger and bigger group for every time I something here. Hey. Bulgaria. Greece. Hey. Poland. Good. Anyone from Norway here? Oh, okay, there are a few from Norway as well. And we did not now see all the people downstairs. Now transmitting what's happening here to screens downstairs because the crowd is too big to fit into this room. So hello everyone downstairs as well. Raise your hands at the same time as we did here so that you got the impression of the different countries that you are from. Anyway, hope you find this event fruitful. Hope you'll really enjoy the keynotes that we're gonna listen to, and not least the matchmaking event that will take place afterwards. I'm just going to give you a quick look at our agenda. Yeah? So we'll have 2 keynote speeches now. I'll give a quick introduction before we start. Then we'll have a break, 10 or 15 minutes, and at around 5 o'clock we will see, I think it's 17 great startups here doing pitching for their solutions. We really want to ask those pitching companies to take a seat on the front row when we come back after the break. If you're going to have all these people, to be a good flow. Have to get people running up the stairs and through the crowd and then up here. So please find seats on the 2 first rows, and please let it be for those pitching. And then after that, from 6 o'clock, you can mingle around. Some of you have already some meetings, and those of you who haven't, well, you can still find interesting people to talk to. So, her name is Martine Mæland. She works for Oslo Business Region. She's an expert in Oslo's startup ecosystem. She's from Oslo Business Region platform for more than 6 years. She's going to give us some of her deeply valuable insights in who is who in Oslo. Sorry about that. I'm swapping mic in the middle of the presentation of Martine. But anyway, I think I've said enough. I really am happy to introduce you to the stage, Martine, and we'll be really interested in learning more about Oslo, the startup ecosystem of Oslo. Please.
All right. Hello, everybody. And just like Gaute said, I want to give you a warm... Should I just do the handheld immediately? Maybe I should. Yeah, might be easier. Is that better? Okay. All right. We're good. Okay. Welcome so much to Oslo. I know you already did like a show of hand, but could I also see, how many here is the first time in Oslo? Oh, wow. That's great. And I'm so happy you got some beautiful weather, even with the rainy, terrible start that we had this morning. Like Gaute said, my name is Martine Mæland. I am the project lead for talent and startups at Oslo Business Region. And today I'm going to give you a little taste, at least, of what the startup ecosystem here in the city has to offer. This is hard. Oh, The other way. There you go. I work for a company called Oslo Business Region. We work to strengthen the startup and scale-up community here in the city by creating more growth companies, bigger companies, and just a better environment for entrepreneurs and innovators to thrive. We believe that we need new green solutions to, of course, better the world, but it's also to shift the economy in a direction which Norway is not necessarily known for. We're relying heavily on the oil industry, and we know that that's not sustainable for the future, which is why the city of Oslo created us as a company back in 2014 to help new green solutions grow and get bigger and actually facilitate a shift in the economy that we can live off of in the future. We work quite closely with the entire community. We're owned and funded by the city, meaning that we're sort of a neutral party in the ecosystem. So we work quite closely with the incubator, the accelerators, the educational institutions, the clusters, the educational institutions, anyone that has anything to offer for the innovation ecosystem, we work quite closely with and collaborate with to make Oslo a better place. Our job is, in a nutshell, to create more growth companies, to create more jobs and create more value creation in the city. We do that through these 5 focus areas. We provide a lot of insight and information. We map out the whole ecosystem, keep track of how many companies are started, how many companies go bankrupt, how many companies make that exciting jump for getting started to actually grow into something profitable and expanding into new markets, maybe even internationally. We also map out how Oslo is perceived abroad to see how the outside world is looking at Oslo. We work a lot with city innovation because we're owned by the city. We try to work with them to use their procurement power to buy and use and test Oslo-based solutions here before they expand to new markets. We work quite closely with investments. Simply one way to activate more investment activity from Norwegian VCs and investors, but also to bring in more international VCs into the ecosystem. We work a lot on talent at the moment because, as you know, probably working in new and small or even larger companies, there's a huge lack of skilled labor. And it's not something that's just here in Oslo, but it's also a competition between cities and countries. So we work on getting the companies ready to attract, but also welcome and retain the talent that they recruit from abroad. And lastly, we work a lot with profiling Oslo to showcase that Oslo is a beautiful place to not only work, but to live. Oslo as a startup city might not be relatively known. It's a relatively young ecosystem, at least when you want to compare it to Silicon Valley or Stockholm, Copenhagen, Helsinki. And there's many reasons for that. One of them is that we used to be an economy, still is an economy that's heavily reliant on the oil business. But when the oil crisis happened back in 2011, 2012, a lot of competence, a lot of very, very highly skilled people were laid off and decided to start new companies and to venture into entrepreneurship. And that was kind of the spark for the startup community here in the city. Because at that point, I believe we only had 1, 2, 3 accelerator co-working spaces here in the city. So they all banded together and decided to grow. So back then it was maybe 5 or 6. Now in 2023, there's more than 50 professional networks around the city working to help and foster innovation. And in this time, we've also created 7 unicorns. And VC investments keep on increasing year by year. So we're quite proud of being one of the fastest growing ecosystems in Europe. One of the unicorns, and maybe the most well-known brand name for you guys, is Kahoot. Has anyone heard of Kahoot here before? Yes. Chances are you've likely played a game at a party, or maybe your children have used it in a school setting. They have now in 10 years 8 billion unique users or unique games created. They have profiles created in every single country across the globe, and they employ more than 200 people here in the city. We're quite proud of them. Yes, so what is the Oslo ecosystem, or what does it look like? A really great tool that you can get an overview with, and that is free for all of you guys to use as well if you want to have a look, is a platform that we host on our website called Deal Room. It's an ecosystem tracker, meaning that we track all the startups in the city from public open databases, and they can also create profiles. You can filter it down by sector, so if you're interested in mobility or climate or health, you can find the companies that might be interesting for you to have a look at. It also tracks investment rounds. It tracks VC activities and job openings in the city. And it's a great tool if you want to get a good overview of the ecosystem here in the city. We have also a national database that we launched together with Innovation Norway last year that encapsulates the entire country. Yes, like I said, the development of the startup ecosystem over the past 10 years has been astronomical. However, we do see that the number of companies started each year is kind of dwindling. So there's not that many new establishments as there used to be in that kind of high period of 2017, 2018. But we don't necessarily see that as a problem, because the same reports, same numbers, also show us that a lot of the companies that were started in that kind of key period of 2017, 2018 are still alive. And we have a huge increase of what we call growth companies or scale-up companies that employ 20 people and are maybe ready to look to new markets. So they're more likely to survive and to create more value to the city and maybe possibly the world in the end. This actually shows us that in 2022, Oslo is on par with our neighboring cities, Helsinki and Copenhagen, in the name of how many scale-ups are present in the city, which is something that we like quite a lot because we are always compared to our Nordic neighbors, and we're finally catching up. And we're very much looking forward to keep seeing if this trend continues, especially since the markets are very uncertain now with VC funding and companies going bankrupt. So we don't know what it's going to look like for 2023, but we're positive. Looking at the numbers, it looks okay, but the new reports, the new numbers will come out late November. We also have a lot more VC investments flowing into the community in the recent years. In 2022, 1.3 billion euros were invested in the Oslo ecosystem, and almost 30% of those were green investments, meaning that they were investments into climate neutral or climate focused companies, which is also something that we as a city are quite proud of because we do pride ourselves on being very sustainable. We're the first city in the world to implement a climate budget supported by the government. One of the reasons for this huge VC influx of money is another unicorn, Remarkable, who became a unicorn in 2022. They also employ almost 200 people here in the city, and they create this tablet, which feels like paper and looks like paper and acts like paper in a sense, but it's all digital. And they were named one of the top inventions by Time magazine in 2022. But all of this growth would not be possible without all of the amazing actors and players and the community builders of the ecosystem. Like I said, we've grown from being maybe 5 or 6 professional networks to being more than 50. I say more than 50 because we've given up counting. But they have all banded together to create a more professional network, a community that is now set for growth more than starting up. When I, like I said, I've been doing this for almost 7 years now, and when I started, it was all about how do you just start a business? How do you set up a company? That's what the people needed to know. Now we work way more in that growth phase. Which market should I go into? How do I recruit my next developer? How do I prepare for a seed round or get investment money from abroad? So as kind of the companies have matured, the community around it has matured with it. And we're very excited for the future. We like to say that the best is yet to come. And before I hand the mic over, I want to just reiterate that this is a part of Oslo Innovation Week. Oslo Innovation Week is actually the biggest project that we at Oslo Business Region organize throughout the year. So we're very excited that you're here, and we hope you utilize the opportunity to have a look at the city, attend new venues, meet new people, and just have fun. The week consists of more than 80 events, hosted by more than 150 community partners all over the city. There's about 15,000 attendees throughout the week, and 33% of them are international. You're a great contributor to that static for us. I also want to mention that we do have an Oslo Innovation Week HQ. It's at Trekanten, which is a little cafe about a 15-minute walk from here. So if you find yourself with just a moment, you need to breathe, you can come there. It's a lot of people hang around, they have some meetings, they grab a coffee. Someone from the team, my team, will be there all week to answer your questions, show you the right direction, or tell you what events you should go to. And it's all over a great place. There's also a great afterwork tonight at Mesh, which is a 5-minute walk down there. It's free to attend, so once you're done here, you should walk on over if you want to meet a lot of the startup community in Oslo. And that's it for me. If you want to know more about Oslo Innovation Week or Oslo Business Region, you can scan the QR code and get added to our newsletter. And other than that, I want to say thank you so much, and I hope you have a great evening ahead.
Thank you, Martine, for such an inspiring talk about Oslo. And here is a small gift for you. Thank you. And our next keynote will be on a very interesting topic as well. It's going to be about AI in startups. And to help us understand how that can be a helpful tool for you guys, we have invited Tore Lie. He is an experienced professional with experience from consulting, project management, IT architecture, and the like. And he has been for 7 years at a very successful Norwegian energy startup called eSmart Systems. Right now, Tore is working at a cluster, assisting other startups within the same sphere. So Tore, please come up.
Thank you. All right. I'm a very seasoned professional or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit terrified now with this international audience. Trying to tell you a little bit about my experience working with AI in a startup, and also a little bit of what we do now to help others. But before I start, I've done some research, which I can present to you right now. I've used a very common tool that has changed name recently to X. It's a tip here. If you're not using AI, you are falling behind. And I haven't got just one source. I got several. Here you can see another one. If you're not using AI, you're falling behind. And the latest now I saw, which terrifies me deeply, is Microsoft launched Copilot AI. ChatGPT is falling behind. Oh my God, so even OpenAI is now falling behind. That makes something with my stomach, I would say. anyways, I see that there's a lot of startups here. I've been in a startup myself, felt kind of the urge to deliver, but we are all falling behind. So what can we do with AI? Well, my AI startup story starts way back in the dark ages. Here I am. No, this is not me. This is a famous summer research camp with a great bunch of lads that needed a name for their summer camp. They called it artificial intelligence. I know that there's a lot of international people here now, so I do not expect that you guys know what this is. Neither does anyone from, I think, Oslo. In fact, this is from the town that I live now, due to the love of my life. This is the first nuclear reactor in Norway, located in this beautiful town that you all should come and visit. This is Halden, which is a small European town with a nice scenery. And back in the 50s, they started working with research on nuclear systems and AI, really. I came there by accident. I didn't want to study in Oslo, so I took a road trip down there. And I saw that beautiful little town, and I thought, well, this is a good place to be. My original plan was to be a teacher, but I also like to make things, so I started working with computers. And back then, believe it or not, I'm 50 years old now. Back then, in mid-90s, I had one course on machine learning, neural networks. I didn't understand anything about that, but we started working on neural networks and machine learning back then in Halden. I met the love of my life, moved to Oslo, worked here, had a great time here. We got kids. She lured me back in 2016, and I thought, there's no way there's any jobs to me in this little town. But then I met a special guy who said to me, do you want to start in my startup? Well, maybe. What's the plan? Well, we're going to conquer the world from Halden. Well, that's something. What are we going to do? Well, we had this idea that we were in the energy business. You know drones? Yeah, heard about drones. Kind of cool. Well, we thought we could use drones, fly over the power lines, use AI, and detect all the problems there so that we could keep the power on. So I thought that was cool, that we could kind of conquer the world from Halden. So I joined the team. This is that big guy that lured me in, the founder on the company. The reason why he could start his company was due to one of the many great helps we have here in Norway. His company was founded with help from Innovation Norway and other support systems for startups. I joined the team in 2016 with this project. We had several others, and we thought, okay, how can we do this? The reason why we could do it back then was that we had a great team with data scientists, and we worked on trying to get the solution to work. We spent a lot of money because we were too early in the market, and the market was not at all ready. So we spent some years working on the solution. We got great help from our cloud vendor, and I got the opportunity to be on big stages. And we created a lot of fuss. Meanwhile, while I was on the big stages, my kids were back home tagging data. I'm not sure how familiar you are with data, but back then it required an immense amount of data to train AI models. We don't do child labor. It's kind of a joke, but it's true that we spent a lot of time tagging data, training the models, and we eventually got some success, but it took some time, and created a solution for the utilities. Now, what lessons did we learn when we were working with a startup? Well, first of all, I'm not sure how many startups are here. How many of the startups are planning to use AI? first lesson learned is an AI model isn't a product. Our first lesson learned was that we tried to make an AI first product, and we were quite good. Had a model or a sophisticated system where we could possibly identify, let's say, 30, 40 defects. Problem was two things: that first of all, the customers were looking for 300 different types of defects. Secondly, the end users didn't like working on an automated system. So we created, with the help of AI, we created a lot of extra work for them. The second lesson learned is to work on who's going to pay for this system, and how much can you charge. So when we had created the automated solution, the innovation people at the customer site thought this was absolutely brilliant, and so did Microsoft, and so did we. We could travel all around the world. But the problem was that we hadn't identified the price for the product, nor the process that it would fit within. So within utility energy, utilities, it's quite a conservative business, and we were doing something brand new. And we hadn't at all fitted our product into the existing processes. So our breakthrough came when we pivoted the entire solution from being AI first and fully automated to focusing on the end users, and to see how we could fit that into existing business processes that could be changed. I cannot emphasize this too much because it also costs us a lot of money before we made that pivot. And also I think that, well, we started this in the dark ages back in 2016. It was hard, needed a lot of research, but the market wasn't really ready for this. So we had to evangelize, or whatever we call it in fancy English, and speak to a lot of innovation departments, and slowly the energy utilities in Europe and the US started to become ready. That's also a key lesson. Also, another great lesson is that you should try to ask your women to come up with a good product name. We called the solution back when we had it Connected Drone. The problem was we didn't want to be linked with the drones that we started it. We wanted to work on the grid. So now the product is called Grid Vision. And now in 2023, many years later, I just left the company in March. And the fun thing now is looking back on this and seeing what we have now. So now in 2023, power line inspections are being used throughout Europe and US using this type of technology. It's not just these smart systems, but it's also other companies. There are great partnerships throughout Europe working on this type of technology. For instance, was there anyone from Lithuania here? Lithuania is one of the countries that are using this kind of technology together with companies like eSmart Systems. But the final part here is maybe also interesting for startups that want to be scale-ups, that want to continue working with AI, because it doesn't stop now. It feels like it's just started. And yesterday I had a conversation with the CTO of the company, Erik, who is my customer now because he's part of my cluster. And they are now looking at all the changes and the opportunities which has come now with the generative models and all of that. And they are even more than now than earlier working on seeing how can the product be further enhanced using the new techniques that are coming at such rapid pace. Now, what about startups in 2023? This is now going over to my new role, working in the cluster. that is located, our headquarters is in that small, beautiful town that you must visit. It's beautiful, especially at summer. We are a Norwegian innovation company, which is a non-profit, and our goal is to make you guys great. We work, this is the team, part of the team. We're about 70 people in total. We are located in Halden, but also in other countries in Norway. We work with a lot of European projects, EU projects. We have a lot of relations with many of the countries that you represent. And our goal is to make startups, scale-ups shine. So how we do that is that we have 3 different departments, one research department, one venture department, and then the community department, which I'm part of. I'm now leading the cluster for applied AI. We have 60 member companies, and what unifies all those companies is that they either have worked quite a long time with AI, or they have started up working with AI. And the great thing working in a cluster with companies that are working on the same topic is that I see that they learn a lot from each other. So my job is partly now to facilitate their internal networking, but also to try to help them grow and be successful. I highly recommend any companies that are trying to succeed to join similar networks. What I've learned since I started a job in 20, how many days? Oh, I started in April, is that there are so many great minds out there, many great minds here, and if you're able to be in a culture where you're open to discuss honestly about what your worries are, what your questions are, and also be a little bit interested in what other companies are trying to achieve, I think you will find out that you will be much more successful than trying to solve everything yourself. I guess that's why you guys are here, right? The one other thing we are doing is that since I have this great team of companies behind me, and I also am part of the network with Innovation Norway and the European team for trying to help European businesses succeed, we have created something called the AI Clinic. It's really, really simple. It works like this. This is me or one of my colleagues. I'm not sure if anyone wants to do this, but I'll try. Anyway. So it works like this. So can I go off stage or will it scream? So a typical visit to the AI clinic is like this. You call us and you come and meet me, and then we sit down for 60 to 90 minutes, and I try to learn what you are trying to do with your startup or scale-up. It could also be government people or whatever, really, but we start with a simple conversation where I try to understand as much as possible about you. Then what we do is, I'm not sure about you guys, but when I was working in a startup and scale-up, I didn't have any time at all understanding the quite complex systems that we are part of in Norway and Europe, and all the tools and help that you can achieve. That's our job. So once you've had that first talk in the AI clinic with me or some of my colleagues, what we do is to tailor a journey for you guys so that you can succeed. I wasn't aware that there was so many international people there. That's really brilliant. But I'm not sure if you guys are actually going to visit me in Halden to see me there in the clinic we have. Luckily, we are also online these days. Although we are a Norwegian cluster, we have a European footprint. So, and we also have quite a good network with other European communities and organizations. So if any of you guys have questions related to AI, don't be afraid to reach out. If we can't help, the great thing about the European community that we are part of is that our job is to make you guys shine. It's been a pleasure to be here, to sit here with you guys. Now I'm going to leave the stage. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tore, for a really inspiring speech. I'm going to give you also a small token of our appreciation, and thank you for coming. So, with these two keynotes, I hope you got some inspirational thoughts, and I think we're going to go for a small break now. 15 minutes, I think that's, oh, we're right on time, that's perfect. So let's meet back here at 5 o'clock, and as I said, the pitching companies, please find your seats on the two front rows, okay? Enjoy the break.
knotte, men jeg tror det skal gå med den her. Fordi det største... Ja. Fordi det var ikke bare feedback, men det var senderen, men det var mindre feedback og mer connection. Liksom en datt ut på grunn av koblingen. Men jeg vil...
Hello, hello, hello. all right, everyone. Welcome back to this next very exciting session. We are now going to have, I think, as much as 17 different startups coming up here to pitch. I will sit here in my chair just announcing them, and then you guys will just get on stage. I will leave a mic here. I will leave a clicker there, so the stage is yours when it's your time. And there is a timer to your left here with 3 minutes. And it's really important that you keep your pitch at 3 minutes. If you go over time, I will start talking. That's how it is. We need to be strict. We'll try to do this during 1 hour. So please be quick in your exchanges here as well. That's why we put you up here. Yeah. And also, just remember that if you want to try to organize a one-to-one meeting afterwards, you can still utilize the B2Match app. You can do that, you know, as when you sit here and watch. It is never closed, so please just feel free to keep on organizing one-to-one meetings that will take place afterwards. Okay, no need to delay this any further. The first one up from Latvia is Fluffy Unlimited, and I kindly ask Vividly Urban Solutions to get ready afterwards. So Fluffy Unlimited, please.
Hello. In nature, there's no such thing as waste. Outcome from one process becomes input into another, and we are using this approach to create a business that gives us 5 revenue streams using just sheep wool and chicken feathers. We are solving problem related to 5.5 million tons of keratin-based waste that is annually disposed or burned, creating even more pollution. Solution to this problem can be our technology that allows us to use sheep wool into air filters and also works as regeneration method. That means that we can use those filters again. And our keratin extraction method that allows us to get keratin from all those leftovers and all the other fluff, 2 times cheaper and environmentally friendly. In our business model, we get paid 5 times, not only from our products, but also from the collecting raw material for our processes by providing disposal service. All those products ensure that everything that comes into our manufacturing line get out as a product and there is no waste left behind. Our primary market is Europe, where some of our largest potential customers are located. It is a very competitive market, but we have several advantages, such as cheaper products and more environmentally friendly manufacturing process. We already started product testing with some of our industrial partners and graduated some acceleration programs. Till the next summer, we plan to complete all product testing and till the middle of 2025 build our first manufacturing line. And to do this, we are currently raising 150,000 euros to create this and build Latvia's most innovative recycling company. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Fluffy Unlimited, and I kindly ask Vividly Urban Solutions to get on stage from Latvia and Stratocumulus from Romania to get ready for the next pitch.
Okay. Hello, I'm Ilva Danenberga, Chief Data Officer at Vividly Urban. We're an early stage startup based in Latvia, and we empower local municipalities to bring their urban planning to the next level. You have probably heard how cities are using digital twins or empowering citizen engagement with virtual reality, but do you actually know how far digitalization has advanced in smaller and mid-sized municipalities? There are still many cases when it's on a level of we have a gut feeling, or there was a procurement for a solution with skyrocketing costs that doesn't work anymore. Municipalities are now tasked with navigating the road to meeting the climate change with no in-house resources, small budget, inefficient planning processes, and that has created an immense gap between what current technologies can offer the cities, what cities need, and what cities can manage. Solution is a tool that accelerates their digitalization journey without frustration. A user-oriented, interactive, and city expert-guided tool that offers spatial analysis and shows how different factors contribute to the urban environment. Solution that takes care of their data, enhances it with open third-party and sensor technology data, automates their processes, and gives a visual map where one can assess how resilient or sustainable the city is. Your on-demand digital CDO. We're currently working on a project, data-based solution for mobility and urban planning through collaboration with Latvian Masters of GIS, Jāņasēta, and small local municipality. Through web-based platform, we are planning to show evaluation of various urban metrics within pillars such as mobility, environment, and quality of life. This will serve as an aid for local authorities to efficiently plan different urban planning scenarios, tackle air pollution and transportation challenges, assess suitability of new mobility hubs. And Vividly Urban aims to drive digital advancement and inclusion across the Nordic region for it to be an equally advanced and competitive region on a global scale. To achieve that, we are seeking for expansion, new projects and products that will help us close the technology gap within the cities. We have an obligation to make cities more sustainable no matter their size, location, or economy. So let's give the, okay, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I want to invite from Romania Stratocumulus on stage, and I ask Entertech Software to get ready.
Hello, my name is Ionuț Arsene and I represent Stratocumulus Solution, and I'll be pitching the smart irrigation systems powered by green energy. About us, we have been founded in 2020 during the pandemic with the purpose of developing cloud solution for a large variety of smart systems. Our solution, with the support from Norway Grants, together with our partners, we plan on developing a completely solar-powered smart irrigation system for the crops. Solar-powered, GPS tracked, semi-autonomous, cloud monitored, and upgradable. Purpose. In the context of the global warming, we see an increased pressure in the direction of green energy solutions. So currently on the market, there is absolutely no solution that is completely solar-powered. Our partnership currently is with Norma Industries that helps us with the structural solution, and Noveltex Oslo that helps us select the materials for the sustainable materials in order to attain this project. A little about the specs. We have a 5-meter watering band, 100 meters span. That means we have 500 square meters coverage at any given time, with many more plans to upgrade in the future. Here, all the pictures that you see are of the first prototype that we have in the field. Innovative aspect. The main innovative aspect here is the fact that we have an aluminum structure that allows us to go completely solar powered. It's super lightweight, and we are able to use DC motors in order to achieve this. Competition. In the current market, we don't have a linear solar irrigation system currently. What gives us the competitive edge? Saving costs, post-sale support, new features, optimizations, and fixes, all from the comfort of your computer. Project profitability, the degree of the competition in the market, the strength and demand on the market, and the marketing campaigns. Where are we now? Here is the first prototype. We have the structured, the electronic solution, and the cloud solution already deployed. The project is planned to finish by the end of March next year. So what can I say? Let's make it rain. Thank you.
So welcome to Entertech Software from Romania, and I ask Algirest from Estonia to get ready.
Hello, it is a pleasure for me to introduce GES, the Green Upstream Engagement Solution, which is the intelligent platform for carbon emission management. Entertech is a fairly young company. However, the core team has been working together for more than 10 years, and we are what you can call seasoned business professionals. We entered, as seasoned business professional, we entered a difficult market context where the compliance requirements are quite high in terms of ESG KPIs. So starting in 2025, the companies will be required to report ESG indicators together with their financial indicators. And more importantly, the financing organizations such as banks or VC funds will have to account for the carbon emissions of their investments. That means that they will have to ask for this data from the companies that they are funding. The problem is this data doesn't exist yet, or it's not collected properly. We are talking about very large volumes, and we are talking about unstandardized scattered data. There is dependency on third parties because to account for the carbon emissions, you also account for carbon emissions of your suppliers and clients, so you need data from them. And also, you need a big infrastructure, digital processes, roles, job descriptions, and so on to migrate in order to be able to ensure all these reporting requirements. Even today, large companies are still facing this problem. 81% of the biggest companies in the world are still not able to account for scope 1 and 2 emissions, which are emissions generated by own operations, not to mention the scope 3, which are coming from suppliers and clients. This is where our solution comes in, and we used AI to solve this data problem in order to capture, validate, and allocate all this data that we need to process to generate the carbon emissions reports. So basically, we are solving the compliance aspect by providing the required reports, flexible data architecture, 5 AI use cases to data capturing and validation, and integrating all your ecosystem on the platform. We plan to reach somewhere around 3 million by end of 2006. By end of this year, we would like to have the module for financing organizations ready and the full ESG reporting by end of next year, and also our first clients abroad. We have a very senior team. We are used to dealing with complex organizations and digital projects. So last but not least, we would like to thank Innovation Norway for their support, and Innova Engineering, who was the pilot company for this solution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is this mic working? No? Yes? Thank you very much. Welcome Algirest from Estonia on stage, and please ask Power Algae from Estonia to get ready. Please.
Hello, my name is Stanislav. I'm the owner of active company Algirest. We are the manufacturing company. And getting together my experience in construction and production business, I create the product which I call Hologram House. It's 100% totally autonomous house. And in 2022, when we implement the hydrogen system inside the house, it burns totally new product which we call SWWH, Renewable Self-Sustainable Station. It means that the station produces fuel and consumes it whenever need. So who are our client? Our client are big and small companies who are going to achieve zero emissions goals. Also, who want to become green hydrogen producers. Actually, it can be anyone who wants to go green but doesn't know how to start. So how does it work? First of all, we are taking the energy from the sun and from wind power and we put it into the storage to get 24/7 energy. We are collecting water and we're collecting snow and we use the electrolyzer to get the hydrogen and with help of compressor we put it into the storage. And then we have choice. Do we use the fuel cells and get this energy back when we are lack of energy, or we can send produce hydrogen to industrial or commercial buildings, even to gas station for transport refueling. So main advantages of this system: you are totally autonomous and you have self-sustainable system, because if you use only solar power, it works only at the summertime, but no energy in winter time. Our system helps to go away from that. Also scalability. We have different models, so every business or every people can choose whatever system they need, from small to really big scales. As I say, we can give energy from household to big cities. So if you have question left, here's my data. Thank you.
Thank you, and welcome to Power LG from Estonia, and next one, Your Energy from Slovakia. Get ready.
Good afternoon. Big thanks from my side as well to Innovation Norway for giving us this opportunity to present our company. Power Algae is a vertically integrated biotechnology company working to develop equipment to valorize and for cultivation and valorization of microalgae. Briefly about what we do, how we do it, where we come from, and where we aim to. So microalgae is to some people very well known, to some not so much. Maybe the word chlorella is something that reflects with this. It's very small and it uses the natural process of photosynthesis to grow, and it grows much faster than usual terrestrial plants. And biomass can be used for several applications, but we are mostly focusing on the food and feed sector. There are several technologies existing and developed already throughout many decades for cultivation microalgae, starting from large open ponds all the way to very precise equipment in the laboratories. And our technology tries to combine the best parts of both, the precision as well as economies of scale. Currently, we are starting fish feed trials at Matís in Iceland. Also soon will be launched our own web shop, as well as presence at Amazon UK marketplace for first export market. We have been developing the technology already for a decade or so, grown up out from the University of Tartu, as well as Estonian University of Life Sciences labs. Currently, most of our research and development is based on non-dilutive grants. However, in the first half of 2024, we aim also to raise some funds to cover the own financing part, as well as as strengthen our sales department. Yeah, few existing partners on the slide here. The team is approximately 10 people at the moment, and some of them full-time, some part-time. And currently, if it happens that there are some people in the audience who want to join, we are looking for salespeople as well as lab help. Yes, so I am Liina Joller-Vahter, the founder or one of the co-founders of the company, and I'm happy to discuss further any possibilities for collaboration from universities, food, retail, HoReCa sector, all the way to the feed, for example, why not aquaculture in the case of Norway. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I ask Nior Energy from Slovakia, welcome on stage, and I also ask Stanislava Horčíková from Slovakia to get ready.
Hello, my name is Miro Novak. I'm from Slovak Republic, and I have only two hands because I would like to show you how to change wave energy, which is represented by this element of water, and change it zigzag motion of wave, how to change it to a rotational object like this plate or this coin. Yeah? Our solution is based on very simple background, and we make a very strong chain of how to produce electricity from wave. What is wave? Wave is a particle of water going on beach, is going up and down, is going up and down. But the result of this energy is nothing. Yeah? But if we put obstacle for this particle, we can see third law of Newton's third law, that it's action and reaction. Yeah, and when we put this water element on something like this cone, yeah, we can see that hitting this cone create rotation, yeah? And that's why we rotate this cone, and this cone can have not only 1 meter diameter, but tens or hundreds of diameter, so we can really change energy from 10 to hundreds megawatts of energy. Our concurrents are using only very pure arguments, so the chain is very, very pure, so it's very easy to damage this chain. Our solution is very strong, so we can get energy from very strong wave and with huge amount of effectivity. I have 47 seconds to your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and I ask Stanislava Horčíková to get up on stage, and MSS 20 Limited from Bulgaria to get ready.
So, hi, it's a pleasure for me to introduce you our company Zachrán včely, or Save the Bees. My name is Stanislava Horčíková and I'm a part of this company. Our company is a technological company. We are producing and developing everything from hardware, software, also web app and mobile applications. We can make electronics from beginning, from any idea to mass productions. We are specified to many segments, from school segments or school sectors, or some environment sector, or also smart cities. So we have everything under one company. We started our company with developing technology for beekeepers, and we wanted to help them with to avoid a lot of bees diseases, for example. And thanks to the Norway grants, we can develop monitoring for school classes and school rooms. We also develop our separate application, and you can see the application on this screen. And the data are recorded for a long time and can be checked in the mobile and also web application. You can just scan the QR code and see the weather inside the room, or temperature, humidity, air pressure, and a lot of other values. With this, with our electronics, we can also monitor the smart cities. So we have electronics in the lamp, as you can see this in the pictures, and from this data we can make heat maps, and we can work with all of data. You can see them in the graph and also with the numbers. We have more than 40,000 products in the world that we can monitor everything from inside and outside, the temperature, humidity, pressure, dust, smoke, and other values. And also you can have our products in your household if you want. So you can see the temperature inside your living room or bathroom, or everything you want. And the electronics looks like this one, you can see, so it's really small. So thank you for attention.
Thank you, and I wish MSS20 welcome up on stage from Bulgaria, and ask VGen Export from Bulgaria to get ready.
Hello, my name is Otina. Today I will present you our company. You can see short information about our project in the next video.
MSS20 Limited is a family company. We started our business in the UK to move to Bulgaria in 2020 and expand our potential on a market that was new for the product. Our main activity is the production and installation of light gauge steel framing systems as basis for construction of residential and commercial buildings. Our technology is based on the use of cold-formed galvanized elements, which can be used in the whole construction system. Our focus is on construction innovation and production with a low carbon footprint, zero waste and high energy efficiency. What drew us towards the opportunities for financing which Norway Grants offer was the focus of the grant calls on innovation and environmental impact, which matched with the mission of our business and also met the need to invest in the competitiveness of our market. The flexibility of the application and contracting process is a major asset when working with Norway Grants. We have explored other financing options but have found their requirements to be somewhat rigid or restrictive on the one hand and too focused on financial factors on the other, with no sufficient weight on the environmental benefits. We appreciate the fact that Innovation Norway recognized our project's potential. By investing in new equipment, we managed to optimize our production and output while cutting the costs for energy and subcontractors. As a family business, we also work to improve the quality of our workspace, which we and our staff share. Everything that makes our workplace cleaner, more quiet and safer is a big win.
With our technology, we can technologies can be used in all of type of business. You can see from the picture in the video. Also, we think about the future, and we know how the people want to live close to the nature. About that, I want to present our newest product. Oh, we have yeah, but we have one more picture with the tiny houses.
MSS 20 Limited is a
It's missing. Doesn't matter. We created tiny houses. You can see the frame, which can be moved on the road, and you can go everywhere. And on the top of the roof have solar panels, and we can switch the energy and use the energy in the tiny houses, which is the good. And I want to thank you to Norway Innovation Norway, because with these grants we buy the new machine, and they give us to be one step ahead from in our country, and now we are busy 2 years in advance.
Thank you, and welcome up on stage to Vision Export, and I also ask Rabugino from Poland to get ready.
Hello, hello. Yes. All right. My name is Thomas Kraft. I'm the founder of Vegan, and a company I started 5 years back. The focus on this was to change the world of chocolates and sweets, to change it into a more sustainable, better quality product. And so far, we've done quite well. We are the first Norwegian product, or developed in Norway, produced in Bulgaria, listed in Walmart in the US. So we got 5 SKUs currently in 1,500 stores across the US. And one of the most important things about the product is the focus on consumer. And our focus is on the conscious consumer, the consumer that cares about something else than just price. And to take that a bit further, the consumer can focus on environment, health, animal welfare, allergies, religion. There's a lot of different things. But in order to take a conscious choice, you need to know what you're actually choosing between. So we got funding, for a major project that we're doing right now, which is our footprint project. And the focus on that is that on this chocolate, there will be a QR code before next summer, and when you scan that, you will see the entire journey of every single ingredient in this product, including the CO2 footprint, and of the actual product you hold in your hand. So we will be the first mass market product that actually do that. So that's quite an interesting journey, and based on feedback from all the retailers and distributors we currently work with in the US, this is something that's going to make a real impact. So I'll just do very quickly on the product itself. You know what the most popular chocolate in the world is? Probably not. It's the chocolate you're supposed to get right now. It's the chocolate, that's the free chocolate. The chocolate that's put in front of you and you eat. That's the most popular in the world. The second most popular chocolate is your favorite, the one you buy from the selection we have ahead of you. And this is why we have quite a lot of different products. We have 2 series, the standard vegan line, and we have our ambassador line, where we actually cooperate with ambassadors that select the flavors. They select an ideal organization we give money back to, and they help us brand and sell the product. We also do development with chefs and create new products. We have a development kitchen in Norway, and we do all our production in Bulgaria. We're launching nutritional bars this fall with Tony Hawk and Terje Håkonsen and a few more people. So it's an interesting journey, and we look forward to continuing it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I'd like to wish Rabugino welcome up on stage and also ask Simbiente from Portugal to get ready.
Okay. Hello, my name is Agnieszka Brejwo. I'm from Poland, from Rabugino. Every day around the world, millions of plastic bags pollute the environment. A damaged ecosystem will not recover on its own. Environmental awareness is growing. Responsibility for environmental education is being taken over by the business sector. As Rabugino, we have been working hard on the Rab Trolley Eco brand for several years. Our aim is to produce trolleys that are 100% eco. Since 2022, we have used 500 tons of recycled plastic. In 2022, we took one step more, two steps actually. We produced twin models in which education meets ecology. First, the twins bag is a model designed for the use of reusable bags. The introduction of this project required the involvement of our customers, suppliers, and customers. It was a long process, but it showed that it was worth it. The technology of our trolley scanning process is completely changing the face of in-store shopping. Around the same time, we entered into a partnership with the Norwegian company Ocean. It was through this collaboration that we introduced the twins shopping trolleys. Ocean supplies us with environmental-friendly granulated from Norway and Ocean
Thank you very much, Rabugino. I would like to wish Simbiente from Portugal welcome up on stage and at the same time ask Marlu from Portugal to get ready.
Whoa. I show you already. Okay. Okay, now it's ready. So, my name is Joaquim Barbosa. I will present you here an overview of Simbiente, but I will talk especially in Simbiente Azores. So, who are we? We are a group of companies focused on research, development, innovation, and service related with environmental and engineering management. We are three companies. Simbiente is the first one, is a spin-off of Minho University of Portugal in the north. Simbiente Azores is located in the archipelago of Azores in the middle of the Atlantic, and Simbiente Chile is the most recent, is located in the South America and Chile. So these are the main areas that we work in, several areas. In the last year we start working in coastal and marine management, supported with research, innovation, and development. We develop and participate in more than 200 projects in 12 countries, and we participated also in 16 research and developed projects. We have here some examples. For example, Smart Blue. This is Zohr's regional strategy for blue economy. This is under course, is advanced maritime spatial planning in outer regions, support Azores and Madeira regional authorities. Green waste, use tires used to recycling and using and produce new materials. Support local institutions that want to submit some proposals to finance to programs, and of course we also participate in some projects that are in development and research. This is, for example, emerging remote sensing technologies to support real-time navigation security in port areas. That what we tend to do is extract the bathymetry of the interests of ports. Of course, we, as Thor said, we don't want to stay behind. So, in the last July, we start a new project with the Faculty of Engineering, University of Porto, that we're trying to use big remote sensing data and trying to apply AI, machine learning, and deep learning. This is our team, is our biggest value. We are 12 people. Sergio Costa is the CEO and the founder of Symbiente. And these are our partners and our clients from municipalities, universities, research centers, among others. And thank you very much for this opportunity. And if you want to contact me or other company, is here. And during the event, I'll be available. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I wish Marlo from Portugal welcome up on stage, and ask Evo Tropia from Greece to get ready.
Hello, everybody. So hi, Marlo is a Portuguese-Norwegian company.
Please hold the mic closer.
Closer, like
yes,
this?
thank you.
Okay, so it's a Portuguese-Norwegian company. We have been established in Portugal for 12 years, and our main business was started with maritime maritime logistics. The know-how, we have been developing a lot of projects in the maritime sector, but as time gets by, we have been accepting and doing putting new technology as AI, machine learning, digital twin in all the ports operation. Also, we have been in maritime transport for a long time and in the logistics sector, but in the blue economy also, because we want to go to get more sustainable, but nothing is possible without information. And we want to make operations in ports, operations in logistics, operations in cities as better, as efficient as possible. And so we have been, as a consultant company, and have got a lot of challenges from administration, public administration, private companies, and of course ports. To tell you, we've been in the consultancy for a long time, but also in the digital and green transition. As some of you know, the ports have the Green Deal challenge for the next few years, and they have to upscale their operations in terms of sustainability. So we've been engaged in a lot of projects in that terms, and trying and finding project funding at European level. As for the Innovation Norway and the EEA grants, we have been very lucky to have over the years, several projects. In this moment, in 2 days, there's a project closing. It's the eShip project, was about a platform for all the trades in the maritime transportation of bulk transportation. And then another project will finish next year. It's in the environmental sector and has to do with
city logistics. So something that also using the data to better frame which type of corridors to use in terms of waste or in terms of distribution and logistic distribution. I will be glad to talk with you, an interesting subject. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will wish Evotropia welcome up on stage, and I ask Electribe from Greece to get ready.
Hello, thank you very much. I am Georgios. We are Evotropia, and we will show you how we turn valorized plastic waste into valuable commodities. So, our expertise concerns natural capital valuation methods, digitization of industrial symbiosis systems, which is going to be the point today, and the building of ecological finance instruments. So, the linear economy for plastic waste is really expensive for humanity. It's about $6.8 trillion coming from the depletion of petroleum and the ecosystem's pollution that degrades their services and their functions. That accounts for almost 65% of the global GDP. So, the solution is industrial symbiosis, where you actually get the wastes of one industry become valuable resources and products for another. So specifically for plastics, after a process of mechanical sorting, they end up for mechanical or chemical recycling, and then they return as post-consumer resin PCR in the market. But as this market grows, how do you handle the complexity as well? What happens when you have many companies and many quality classes of plastic wastes? So here we have Symbiotica, our platform, that's actually using optimization algorithms, and I think it's, okay, anyway. That uses algorithms, optimization algorithms. Essentially, it's a digital exchange that optimizes the trading of plastic wastes, plastic resins by 3 pillars. The 3 pillars are oil and fundamentals. Oil is the prime material for plastics, resin outputs and prices, and LCA, environmental footprints. This is a real case that we did for a major food company, food industry in the world, concerning the environmental performance. For suppliers, the algorithm keeps a track actually according to the prices bid and the environmental performance, so the next trade has the memory of that. Also, the information is also utilizable by consumers as well. You scan the product, you see the environmental performance, you like it or not, and that determines your preferences towards the companies. Our model generally is a mix of subscriptions paid by use and commissions. Why Norway? Norway is an advanced market for us that embodies a lot of the schemes concerning plastic recyclates, such as EEA regulations, DRS systems, and all that. So it's a perfect, and eventually whatever concerns corporate environmental accounting and the credit ratings effects. The benefits are bilateral for both PCR suppliers and buyers, such as faster supply, less storage needs, lower CO2 footprint. Our team is interdisciplinary, coming from natural resource economics, mechanical engineering and LCA, corporate communication, and machine learning and IT. In brief, that's our journey towards the circular economy, and we would be happy to have you with us.
Thank you very much, and welcome up on stage, Electribe and Seacrest from Croatia. Get ready.
Hi, alla sammen. Hello, everyone. I'm Tonya. I am the co-founder of Electribe, and I'm very happy that I will be sharing our venture with you today. At Electribe, our mission is very clear. We are driving the transition to sustainable mobility, reducing operating costs and supporting cities, while the transition to net zero cities. Let's look into the main challenges that businesses have to switch to electric vehicles, especially in the Balkans and Central East Europe. There are 3 main struggles: lack of time, lack of expertise, and lack of resources. And this is where we come in. Our 360 solution sets us apart in that we bring through technology a solution from bringing together all the vehicles that someone needs to the platform for operating them and light operations, and we boost operating efficiencies, enhance driver safety, and also help them adopt all these technologies and supporting the environment. Our results speak for themselves. Our average client, we deliver 65% average cost reduction on energy and a minimum of 30% reduction on overall operating costs. But most importantly, these are the numbers that we care about. Our average client that operates with 10 vehicles about 6 days a week. This is the benefits that they bring in their urban environment, and for us, our commitment to sustainability goes beyond the balance sheet. It's towards cities that are healthier and cleaner for all of us. Our business model stands in 3 strong pillars. We have marketplace commission, we bring providers and customers together, operation service fees where we support the transition and light operations, and the platform SaaS fees where with predictive analytics we automate all the processes. Our target market, we are a priority strategically in Greece and Cyprus and expanding in the Balkans and Central Europe, reactively serving Western and Northern Europe. This is us, the driving force behind Electribe, myself and my co-founder Nikos. We bring together, it's about 20 years of experience from small startups to big conglomerates in industries spanning from tech, mobility, delivery, travel, companies such as Lime, Uber, Welcome Pickups, and Ford Motor Company. But what sets us apart is our passion and commitment and unwavering dedication to what we do. For us, we're building more than just a business. We are actively shaping the future of sustainable mobility towards greener, better tomorrow. Thank you so much. So if you want to connect, we'd love to hear from you. Tak allesamen.
Thank you. And I would like to invite Seagrass up on stage and ask then Green Energy Pal to get ready from Croatia. 2 pitches left. Go for it.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me here. My name is Mario Špadina. I am CEO of Seagrass. Seagrass is a Croatian startup that specializes in coastal waters monitoring by high-resolution satellites. So we solve 2 problems of the companies and private entities in blue economy sectors, which is very expensive monitoring of marine environment. The sea is very tricky and dangerous, as well as ESG compliance in marine resources monitoring. So our solution is basically the advanced data analysis of our high-resolution satellite data. So we can perform more affordable service, being more frequent on larger scale, and it's a completely non-invasive method. Of course, everything comes in hand with visualization and advanced reporting scheme for ESG reporting. Basically, one-stop shop for the client. So out of the portfolio of services, we do monitor certain pollution occurrences such as fuel, black water discharges, as well as marine health indicators. All in all, again, placed neatly in ESG report. Based on the competition, I would stress there are few categories when we talk about our technology compared to the drones, unmanned vessels, and existing satellite-derived solutions. We really come on top because we are operable in very high, complex and transparent coastal waters for which most of the solutions do not operate well because they are designed for open seas, and guess what? Nothing happens in open seas, most of the occurrences. We are aiming for the traditional blue economy markets such as energy, maritime transport, coastal tourism, and environmental monitoring with ESG compliance included. I did mess up a slide, so apologies there. We have currently customers in maritime transport, coastal tourism, and B2B and ESG monitoring. So yeah, we are 2 years in advance and hopefully expand on that. We are currently raising, and we are raising 800,000 euros round, which will 2/3 be devoted to the marketing, sales, and operations because we are ready to scale now the product. And of course, there is always 1/3 of the money needs to be spent on tweaking the product based on customer needs. And yeah, where will that lead us? Well, on our pool, our Adriatic market, we already made the appearance, but now we are ready to scale across the South-Southeast Mediterranean. We are ready to go to Turkey, Egypt, the Gulf states, and the goal are, of course, with the proper investor, proper strategic partner, to go to Caribbean and South-Southeast Asia. But the strongest, I would say, argument of my pitch today is our team. We have a core scientific PhD level team in data analysis, all corresponding tools, complemented by seniors in business and financial management. And yes, thank you for your attention. Before I finish, I'm here open to collaborations through Innovation Norway Network for every R&D project. And I have to apologize, marketing officer here, because she prepared the presentation and I sent the old one, wrong one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And please give great attention to the last pitch of the day from Croatia, Green Energy Pal.
Hello. Hi, my name is Ivan. I'm one of the co-founders of Green Energy Pal. In this energy crisis, we have all seen rising electricity prices push companies close to bankruptcy. Business owners are rushing to reduce their electricity costs, but they don't really know what to do. They only get one electricity bill at the end of the month. It's like I told you, go to the supermarket and buy the cheapest products. But someone removed all the price tags from the products. You'll be totally lost. And so are the business owners. Electrical devices are crucial for their business, but they don't understand how much electricity each of their devices use. For them, the black cable is like a black box. We replace that black box with clarity and understanding. With the help of a measuring device and AI, we optimize their energy costs and create a private, sorry, something is wrong with the slide. We create a private energy consultant, digital, that feels magical. Okay, sorry. Our typical customer is Tom. He's the owner of the restaurant. Using our products, he has reduced electricity cost by 10% with a payback period of just 4 months. More importantly, he has outsourced all of his energy worries to us, and he can focus on running his own business. Tom is our typical customer. The others are SMEs like restaurants, hotels, and medium-sized industrial facilities. All of our current customers are subscription-based, with the idea to explore also ESCO models once we grow bigger. Our target market are SMEs in Europe. We estimate that 5 million SMEs in Europe will have high benefits from our product. For now, we are fully confident we can tackle the Croatian market. We have two groups of competition. The first group are energy-focused companies, like traditional ESCO companies or Octopus Energy. They understand energy, but not AI. Our second group of competition are AI-based companies, like Sense and Watt Analytics. They understand AI, but not energy. We understand both, giving us the competitive advantage. At our current stage, we have paying users. We are now focusing our efforts to increase the customer base and build the next generation product. We estimate it will take us 5 years to do this alone, but investments should speed up the process and help us stay in front of the competition. We are a team of PhD students and PhDs. We met working together at a university department of energy. I myself am primarily a data scientist, so I understand AI. Domagoj and Ivan are energy experts, and Alan is our software developer and designer. Do you want to help protect the environment and your wallet? Let us help you do it. And if you want to collaborate, we are here at the meetup. Thank you very much. And sorry about the presentation.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the 17 great startups for the great pitches. Thank you so much to the audience for being such a great audience and for being here. The program has ended from stage, but will continue in the building. Downstairs, you will find numerous tables with numbers on them. Those are for you to use on one-to-one meetings. Please utilize the B2Match app to organize those meetings, or simply mingle around and start talking to anyone you want to talk to. And this event closes at 8 o'clock. We're not going to go walk around and say to you that it's closed, but it ends at 8. And I think the building itself closes at 9 or something. So, yeah, you'll figure it out. But please enjoy your stay and mingle about and network. Have a great evening.